How you doing? Good afternoon. Let me take this out, my mom. I'm sucking on nine laters like we back in the hood. But good afternoon. This is a story, a lesson. I'm glad for all the support. I'm glad to see people here today, and I appreciate you watching this video. Let's start it off with a moment of silence, followed by the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. We got to keep trudging. We got to keep going on or keep going to meetings. I just came from a meeting, but keep going to meeting. I didn't want to go to the meeting. I was trying to find any excuse not to go to the meeting. But as it said, is whenever you don't want to go to the meeting, that's when you need to go. I tried to find every excuse not to make a video today, but it's bigger than me. This is a life or death situation. And guess what? I'm here to try to do His will and save lives. Save my own at that too. See, a lot of times when we go into the rooms and we go into a rehab or a recovery center, and we can see the pain on somebody, or when we do a 12-step call, we see the pain on somebody, and we like, oh, yo, we've been sober for a little minute, and sometimes we lose sight of what that pain really felt like, what the pain really looked like, or how I was just hurt, emotionally bankrupt. That's some pain now. Uh, I want to go right into the book. So let's do it like this. This is the doctor's opinion. XXVIII. The doctor's opinion. XXVIII. There was always whenever some kind of meeting or something like that, and they say go to XX. I had to flip through damn near all the pages to find the one that we really need. Let's talk about frothy emotional appeal. Frothy emotional appeal is when your mama say, "Hey, I need you to do this for me. Please, it's gonna hurt me if you don't." Or the kids run up to you, say, "Daddy, I hope you get better. Please, could you please stop using? Could you please stop drinking?" So frothy emotional appeal could even be, to me, in my opinion, could be with the courts. Either you do this or else. That's emotional appeal because they're playing on your emotion, and your emotions, you need that freedom. And then playing with the freedom now. So frothy emotional appeal seldom suffices. It means none. Seldom. It's rare. It's like going outside in your backyard and shipping for gold, and guess what? More chances are oil, and more chances are not you're not gonna find any. Let me tell you why. Men and women drink essentially because they like the profound effect of alcohol. The sensation is so elusive that while they admit it is injurious, they cannot, after a time, differentiate the true from the false. Shit, when I was on them streets, I tell you what, I'm saying, I'm good. I used to, I got dried up. I weighed, I'm a seaman by trade, and so I weighed up to like 210 pounds, and man, I was running so hard. I went on that spree so hard, probably about a whole year spree straight. And man, my jaws are like a little fish, huh? And I being 200 and some pounds, I'm 5'10", and I was 210 pounds, and I always wanted to lose what I call the beer belly. Shit, I got a six pack and everything. But it really wasn't a six pack, it was straight up bones. Hmm? So, and you couldn't tell me I wasn't the sexiest person. Check me out. Take a picture. You couldn't tell me I wasn't the sexiest person alive. But I was just all skin and bones. I couldn't differentiate the true from the false. I couldn't I tell myself that old lie, hey, I can get loaded all night and I could just get 10 minutes sleep or 30 minutes sleep, and I tell you what, at 2 o'clock I'm gonna go to sleep at 2 o'clock, and then you know how we count out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so I can get 4 hours. But I'd be high as a cloud. I can't sleep. So now I'm down I got 2 hours before I can get to work. Before I needed to be at work. 2 hours. I try to lay down, but guess what? Hell no, I still want to drink and drug. Hmm? And it was me thinking that I was stable, but that was the false. And to be honest, yes, I did like getting loaded. It eased my pain. Yes, I did like drinking. It eased my pain. If I didn't like to do it, I wouldn't have did it. That's like if sex is not pleasurable, you won't have sex, basically. Because it's not pleasurable. It doesn't feel good. You don't like the profound effect. Yeah? The sensation is so elusive. While they admit it is injurious, they cannot, after a time, differentiate true from the false. I remember the first time I snorted cocaine. I thought that was God's gift to the world. I thought it opened up what they call that, the pineal gland, a pineal gland, and say it's like a little cone right here that opens up another dimension of thinking. I think it allowed the left side of my brain and the right side of my brain to be cohesive, to work together. And man, I just thought I was the best rapper in the world. I thought I was the biggest playboy in the world. And then I tried to find that same feeling again by using, and I never got that same feeling again. Ever, ever, ever. No matter how much I spent. The sensation is so elusive. It says that right in the book. To them, their alcoholic life seems but a normal one. And my excuse was, shit, I grew up in New Orleans. Shit, they were putting the beer in my baby bottle. So, in Mardi Gras time and parade season, shit, we be drunk before 9:30 a.m. Sometimes before that. Hmm. So I thought that was the only way to live. I thought that was how to live. Couldn't differentiate true from the false. Amen. This is one good one. They are restless, irritable, and discontent. Unless they can again experience the sense of ease and comfort which comes by taking a few drinks. Drinks which they see others take with impunity. That mean they could drink. That mean your friend could drink, and guess what? You may know other people to drink, or you see them drink. And guess what? No matter the hangover, no matter what's going on in their life, guess what? Guess what? They getting up for work. When their wife tell them they need to stop drinking, they stop drinking. I remember, shit. I was getting high, and I was messing with. I was living in Katy, Texas at the time, and I had a real good woman, but she didn't know about the cocaine problem, but she knew about the alcohol problem. And to me, when I snorted cocaine, uh, I had to get a drink. I had to drink like a fish when I snorted cocaine. It just went hand in hand for me. Man, in Houston traffic is like no other I done seen. Man, I'm telling you, Houston traffic, Lord have mercy. Woo, balls to the wall. Mm. Assholes and elbows, just like a little pancake sandwiched. Yes. And so we had been in traffic for like, I'm thinking, good hour and a half, 2 hours, and we almost home. But I didn't ran out of beer. I done ran out of anything to drink, and so she wouldn't stop. She said, "Hey, the children are home by themselves. You know, they need us to get home." And cause I used to go pick her up from work, cause I get off first, and she worked in the medical center down there, and I go get her, and we had to drive to Katy, and she said, "We need to get home. The children home." I was like, "Man, fuck that." You can't stop. And I argued, man. I jumped out the moving car and everything just to go get a beer. I was so mad that she wouldn't stop and get a beer, but she had sense. She said, "Well, I need to get home to these children." Restless, irritable, and discontent. All right. Um, Another thing I got is, it says, men have cried. This is on XXIX. Men have cried out to me in sincere and despairing appeal. Doctor, I cannot go on like this. And this book is specific. It got an exclamation point, because it ain't about, Doctor, I can't go on like this. It's, Doctor, I can't go on like this. I can't do this no more. I can't go on like this. I have everything to live for. I must stop, but I can't. I got everything on the line. My job, my wife, my sanity, my bills, my house, my car. But I can't stop. You must help me. It says, faced with this problem, if a doctor is honest with himself, he must sometimes feel his inadequacy. Mm. I remember, we make our family uh, feel inadequate. That line hit me so true right here. Let me tell you what it said. It says, faced with this problem, if a doctor is honest with himself, he must sometimes feel his own inadequacy. Shit, I remember my mama, she asked me, she said, why do you why are you hooked on this stuff? Why do you use? Why are you acting out like this? Is it how I raised you? Is it something that I did? What did I do, Damien? Tell me, what did I do wrong? Let me know. We make them feel inadequate. That's why we got to go to step one. That's why we got to go to step one, and that's admitting our lives have become unmanageable, and admit that we are powerless. I'm gonna leave y'all with that for today. We'll continue this tomorrow because I have a lot to add to it. Let's close out with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all sin and evil. For thy is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. See y'all again.